Okay, guys, from the last one, I said what if Deku had the Nine-Tails Fox power. Now, you guys, well, I just did it today, and I just did that yesterday, so you guys aren't, not doing anything, but for my fans that don't even have subscribers ready, please do it. I want to get to some subscribers, either 100 or either 10, but let me keep going. So, I'm pretty sure last video I said that all about how Izuku can use his powers, and I said about Izuku's move. Izuku could use a Shadow Clone Jutsu, a multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, a Rasengan, a tiny Rasengan Shuriken, and a Fireball Jutsu. And probably could summon a little tool, not a big one, but a little one. But again, this is all from the origins, all this other stuff. If you want to hear the origins and how he even got this power, go to my last video. So, let's start. In the start, Mr. Aizawa, the teacher, is with Kakashi, and they're saying, we're going to be out at the gym. Bakugo, how distant did you throw the ball? So he's probably I threw it this high. I don't remember. I don't really. It was just a little thing. So doing this, I'm pretty sure Bakugo's Aizawa says okay, throw the ball, but with your quirk this time. So just get too high, probably a little bit higher from the training that I said that he did. And then this gets everybody's excited. So Izuku says that, I can't throw the ball because I can accidentally burn it or pop it, and if I tap into my Nine-Tails chakra, I can lose myself. So then this is when Aizawa says, hey kid, if you don't know anything, then why are you even trying to be a hero? If you can't even throw a simple ball, then how are you gonna be the world's greatest hero? Real kid, or even a low-class hero. So this gets everybody confused, and then Izuku says, okay, I'll do it. So he's all, even if it's gonna leave him to die, he's still gonna tap into the Nine-Tails power, and he's tapping in so much with all of his anger, and then after that, he's probably getting into his one toes, probably flying it and ready to throw the ball. But then he throws it a distance, and Izuku later knows, oh, what happened? I'm not into the Nine-Tails power. And then Aizawa says, I know you're gonna not control it. If you want to be a hero, you gotta control your power, or people are gonna die. But it won't even be from the villain. It could even be from you. So this gets him all confused. Then he starts getting mad. And then after that, he's probably so he sees a nebulizer guy, probably doing it backwards and boosting. So this gets him a thing. So during the race, he brings two Shadow Clones to throw him, and then Bakugo says, hey, Deku, what are you trying to do? You're not going to beat me anyway. So he says that, oh, yes, he is. As they were rivals since they were little kids. And again, Deku's name right now that Bakugo's telling him is Power, not Deku. So we're going to call him Power or Izuku. So he says oh Power, what are you gonna do? Except for throw some Shadow Clones and you're just gonna fall down. So he throws it. So the two Shadow Clones throw him. And then he's going a little bit under Bakugo's league, but also falling down. So during the second he starts falling down, he immediately blows. Bakugo says that I told you you wouldn't get better than me. But after this, Izuku later shows a fire style, a fireball jutsu, like one of those things that keep shooting fire, not just a real ball. And he does it, and then after that, this gets like everybody confused, and then Izuku taps into the league, and he does this as long as his chakra can. And then wins, and then he's probably like saying this, and Bakugo probably getting mad. Bakugo's way calmer though, so he tries to control his emotions, and he says, "Okay, Deku, you got, okay, Power, you got that one right, but you wanna know something? You're still gonna lose. This is just a race. What's Speed gonna do when he's Power?" And how are you going to throw that ball? So a little after people like throw the ball, it's Deku's, it's Power's turn. Ava, sorry if you hear music in the background, that's my sister. So he's ready, and he says, "Can you give me a little bit, but not?" So he starts talking to the Nine-Tails, and he says, "Can you give me a little bit of chocolate, but not too much?" Now the Nine-Tails says, "What are you gonna do with some chocolate? I'd rather take control of you instead of doing that." And then Deku says, "I need to win." So he makes an agreement with the Nine-Tails, and he says, whenever stuff gets bad, when his chocolate can't tap him some, or a little bit of chocolate, so then he can still control it. And then the Nine-Tails makes an agreement, and he says, whenever Deku is about to die, he will take control of his body, not just giving him a little bit. He will take control, and Deku will not learn how to control it. And he also says, whenever you get mad, try to keep your emotions calm. So during this, he's writing, and then Power comes, and then Power says, "Okay, I got this." And then he's getting ready for the ball, and then he steps into his Nine-Tails Power. Now Zod was ready to okay, this is gonna be his final thing. He's gonna throw regular. Okay, this guy's gonna barely do the rest. But then Kakashi stops him and says, "Let's just look what he does." And then Kakashi knows that actually he is controlling it, and he throws it. But just when they think that, oh, he's not going to control it, Power easily gets off of it, and then he does a fireball jutsu. Not too much to bring the ball, but he does it. And then it's good enough for it to burn the ball and then leave that crisp. Now this gets everybody excited. And then this gets everybody ready. So then they're happy. So they're ready to go home. And I'm pretty sure Ochaka Omaraka is hey, Power, what are you doing? And then Power says, "Oh, actually, that's not my real name. My real name's Kazuka Midoriya." And then she says, "Oh, okay, but I think Power would be a good hero name." And also Bakugo's being confirmed, so he's also joining them with Ida. And then after that, so immediately when she says that Power is going to be a good name, so then your villains will know that you're just full of power. He says then, "It's Power then." And then this leads Bakugo to laugh and say, "Oh my gosh, you're taking instructions from a girl. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, I like to see this in the future." So All Might comes, and I'm pretty sure Jiraiya is also here. Just trying to assist All Might, because Jiraiya and All Might, they're like the same thing. Just Jiraiya's well, you know. So they come, and then Jiraiya steps in, and he says, "Everybody, we will be doing heroes versus villains." So again, on the first one, it would be Bakugo and Ida versus Uchaka and Izuku. So they're ready. He says, "Oh, since we were little kids, we were rivals and everything. So she's like this. Yeah, so let's start this battle. I'm pretty sure we'll win. Now Bakugo's calmer, so Ida and Bakugo form a plan. Bakugo's like, hey, remove each thing in this room because I'm pretty sure Chakra and Naraka will come while he's distracting Izuku. And if we could do this in time, the Chakra won't have anything else to use, and Izuku or power would try not to tap into his nine tails because we'll tap into it but not too far in these walls. So they get everything ready there, so they remove everything. And also Tenya uses his speed to remove everything in the whole entire place. So this gets a Chakra on the rock her quirk's not gonna be good. And then Bakugo says, when we fight, I'm pretty sure we'll win this time. He'll win this time. So they're ready. So they go by, and then Izuku looks, and then out of nowhere, Bakugo, just in case if you're wondering about his hair costume isn't the same. Right now, I'm pretty sure Izuku would be like a tiny version of Obito. He would have probably green goggles, probably the same thing, just green and some dark, or some purple. He'll be a mini version of Obito. His suit would be a mini version of Obito. So they're still ready, and I'm pretty sure Bakugo strikes at, and then this almost gets his glasses, and probably shed some cracks, but it's not destroyed. And again, he says, a Chakra Maraka, go. And this is exactly what Tenya Ida and Bakugo were planning. Tenya Ida could if the Chakra on the Raka leaves, Tenya Ida would be back there making sure. And he thinks the Chakra wants to go, but again Bakugo's it would be smarter if we keep them both. So I'm pretty sure Bakugo's ready to throw a blast. Not too hard, but probably a blast at her. But out of nowhere, probably Izuku takes it and blows up in the air, and he says, this is a fight between you and me, and it's nothing to do with Tenya Ida or Unaraka. So I'm pretty sure again he says, well, I guess it's 2 versus 1 then. And he blows another explosion, but this time at Izuku, and he says, come on, power. So he blocks it. Well, Izuku dodges it, and then Bakugo says come on, power, I thought you was made of power. There's nothing powerful over you now. You have to always play defense. And then this gets probably Izuku yeah, I can't use my power, or something bad's gonna happen to Bakugo, and he's just trying to play defense. He knew that Bakugo was probably going to come out, but he learns their plan. And probably he has to somehow he already knows that Bakugo's going to keep looking for him, so he has to get Bakugo quickly, and he probably shows a fireball fire strikers. Now, when Bakugo sees this, he does a big explosion, probably at the same height, but Izuku later taps into some chakra, not 9 tails, but some chakra, and probably punches Bakugo right in his face. So he punches Bakugo, and he still says, come on, Bakugo, aren't you strong enough? I thought my name is Power, and that's what I'm doing powerful like you. So Bakugo probably gets mad a little bit, but again, tries to control his emotions but he gets his emotions going everywhere, because this time Izuku's not there to tell him oh, you gotta control it. They're on opposite sides right now. So during this, Bakugo probably gets a blast, and he's ready like to blast Izuku with it. And he charges that big blast that he does. But he has to do this earlier. So during this, he charges the blast at Izuku, and he probably like does some shadow clone until it's a fireball. Just I'm gonna say that Bakugo's blast is way stronger, and then it poofs all the shadow clones, and then it finally hits Izuku. But there's no one there. And then this is when Bakugo learns his mistake, and he learns that all this time that Chakra Maraka was with a shadow clone of Izuku, but Izuku was going to go to Tenya. So this gets Bakugo probably mad, as he just got played by not only a person who wasn't even adopting their full chakra, or like their full quirk, as he's saying it, but he still got like some scars from even a shadow clone that wasn't even at the same strength. So he probably like looks everywhere for him, and he as fast as he can, and then Tena either says, okay, I think a Chakra rocket's coming, and then after that, Bakugo says, by doubt, that he's coming over there. So this gets Tena confused, and Bakugo probably says that Izuku's like, that was only a shadow clone of Izuku. Now Izuku's coming. So I'm pretty sure Izuku comes, and then he's on this, oh, Izuku. And then he sees Izuku, and Izuku's look like he's not playing games, and he's ready to go all out. So this leads to Tenda saying like, when are you going to get there? And he's all just, I'm going to get there. And I'm pretty sure Bakugo meets up with the Chakra Maraka, and then he probably throws a blast at her, and then she gets hit. So Deku Power says, Chakra Maraka, are you okay? It's like a Chakra Maraka like says like, yeah, I'm okay. Bakugo does an explosion, and then this like gets her scouter like kind of broken, and then after that, he's all just, come on. So this gets her like saying like, Power, you try to get the bomb, I gotta hold off Bakugo. Bakugo says that, oh, I don't have enough for this. But I'm pretty sure Chakra Maraka like grabs Bakugo, and then this leads her for gravitation, and probably like floats Bakugo up in the air. Now this gets Bakugo like, oh, she's actually doing something. And then after that, he probably finds an explosion, like a big one. Not like too big, but like a big one. And this probably like gets a Chakra Maraka like confused. And then finally Bakugo says, get out of my way, I'm only here to fight Power. And she says, well, there's no way how you could fight him if I'm still here. Probably he fires another explosion. But actually she saw some of Power's notes, or like Izuku's notes, about Bakugo, and he says, just in case if he like gets my shadow clone, this is stuff you could know if you ever run into him. So she finally like does the thing that Izuku does in his fight with Bakugo, and she probably like, and then Bakugo says, how does he know this? And then he says like, oh, he must have checked on that nerd's work. So then after this, she's ready to use the gravitation. She says that, oh, after this she has to no more combat. But finally, probably in Izuku's case, right now, he's telling a Chakra Maraka to come here, as he is probably like really fast. But finally, Deku doesn't have none of that, and he tells the Ninjas that we would need the party, and he tells them like to like that his QB Chocolate. Now this impresses Ida, and he's like, so he's weaker. How is he weaker? And then finally Izuku like, bro, gets a punch, and then he probably says, oh, he's fast. The second he like throws a punch, Ida like barely dodges. And then he probably says, oh, if he gets too fast, I have to use like the speed boost. So he grabs his arm and probably like kicks him. And then this like it causes Izuku to probably cough, but not like coughing up blood, just coughing. He probably, but after this, Izuku like grabs his leg and then probably twists him around, and probably like finally like punches him in the head. And finally, Izuku's like, oh, he's ready like to get the bomb. But after this, Tenya Ida knows that, oh, he's getting the bomb, and now, and if he allows him to, then stuff will happen. Now, after the Kurama uses her gravity too much on Bakugo, she probably like throws up. And then after that, Bakugo gets this chance to explode her, and probably like one of the cameras, and then leave. And then this later shows like a charcoal Morocco on the ground and saying that, oh, she should have been strong like power, because during this whole entire thing, even while he was in his shadow clone form, he was still really strong, and probably was stronger than her. And this leader like just shed some tears. But finally, I'm pretty sure Izuku's like getting as close as he can to the bomb. But Tenya Ida uses his overheat to like kick Izuku and say that, okay, stuff is getting real now, Bakugo. And he tells Bakugo to come back quick. So Izuku's ready to throw a punch at Tenya. And Tenya is like dodging, trying to like avoid his attacks, and probably like kicking, but not as much. But finally, Bakugo comes, and as Tenya like gets his overheat like down, Bakugo explodes the door, leaving Izuku to like punch it and probably like shatter it. And then Bakugo comes in. He says, "What's it now, power? There's two of us. There's no way how you're gonna touch the bomb." But after a few, Bakugo sees something on his arm, and he sees some tape. And then this gets him like confused, and he says, "When was this on my arm?" And then he sees a Choco Maraca using her zero gravity, and said all this time he'd been like blowing tape in here. And this gets her like to get Bakugo on the tape, and then now Bakugo is like captured. So now the Choco Maraca comes, probably like still like probably wounded from a battle. She probably like gets down, says that, "Now it's up to you." And technically, Tenya Ida doesn't stand a chance at this point, because technically he doesn't have his overheat or any speed boost. So finally, Tenya Ida says, "Well, this was a good fight," and probably like gives up. And then after that, finally, Izuku Midoriya touches the bomb, and then he wins. And then at the end, they see like the same thing. And finally, that's the end of this video. So bye guys.